What are we making today?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so what we're gonna make is lamb shawarma. All right,
I like
and I
the
do air quotes because everybody, what's your association with shawarma?
A pita, a big messy sandwich.
And also like the vertical
Oh,
thing,
right.
which you could never really build in your house without getting like, without burning down, quite honestly.
I mean,
So
if there's a will, there's a way.
I
but
know,
I
but
want to see your method.
so what we like to do is we like to get the essence of the street food, the soul, that like roasted meat over charcoal thing going on, which is awesome. But we want to bring that spirit to the home, right? So we start with a lamb shoulder, which looks honestly a little bit terrifying, right?
It's not the prettiest piece of meat I've ever seen.
Exactly, but that's the beautiful thing about these like gnarly cuts of meat. They've got the right amount of fat, they've got like enough bone where they taste like something. For this, we want spice, we want to like slow roast, and we want it to be like unctuous and delicious, all right? And the beautiful thing about lamb shoulders is they're still actually very inexpensive. Basically, I'm opening it up and I'm trimming it up, and the reason I'm doing that is to get like some of the unnecessary pieces of fat.
Okay.
And there's nothing like super scientific about this too. You just want to cut out a little bit of
Just like
fat.
the big chunks that you kind of see.
Exactly, because you want to open them up so when it's roasting, it renders properly, and when you slice it, you don't get a big hunk of fat. So we're just going to do this, and we wanted to get it to sort of like something that is a little bit more flat because we're going to end up rolling it up, but more importantly, we're going to end up seasoning it and curing it overnight.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the seasoning.
So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to trim a little bit more of this fat off. And then what we're going to do is take our spices. And we have sort of like a red meat shawarma blend.
Okay.
You can honestly do whatever you want. We've got garlic, onion, paprika, cayenne, and sumac, which is like my favorite thing ever.
It's a great, great spice.
Do you know about sumac?
I do. It's real tangy.
Yep. What we want to do is have all these spices permeate. Fat is super, super important. And if we didn't use a fatty cut of meat, this would totally suck. This would not be good. This is not like, fat is important. You know, we're going to cut this as a roast. We're also going to do our like house shawarma. Without the fat, it's not going to work.
All right, good to know.
We let this cure overnight in the fridge. You could put this in the oven at low temperature.
Just roast
you have
it
something
like that.
really, really good. If you want to be cool,
And we do.
and right, we
Always.
do. We're gonna tie this guy up.
So it seems like it's firmed up quite a bit. Is that from the curing
It
process?
has,
from the
exactly.
salt?
So what's happening is it's with the cure, you're basically removing some of the liquid.
Yeah.
And you're also like the spices are permeating, and that's what you want. I mean, you can smell this already. It smells like
it smells
pastrami, right?
insane in
Yeah,
here,
it's
yeah.
awesome. So let me just open this up a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is, have you ever butcher twine meat? Have you ever rolled up meat? Okay, okay, great. So we're just gonna roll it up like this.
Just like a burrito.
Just like a burrito, but really 10 pounds of raw lamb. Yeah. And then you eat it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're just gonna roll this guy up.
As neatly as you can, I guess.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so we're going to tie this guy up.
So just regular old butcher's twine.
Regular old butcher's twine that you happen to be having around. My buddy used to take a coat hanger and would take it apart and then wrap up meat
Coat
like
hanger?
that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Seems a
That's,
little bit
I've never
shady.
heard that one before.
All right, so I'm gonna tie this guy up. Now, what you could also do if you wanted to is just simply wrap like little ropes around it and kind of do it.
Do you want to explain what the technique is?
I'm going to
here
show
that
you
you're
actually how
doing?
to do this,
perfect.
and you're going to be able to impress your friends. Ready? Roll it around,
Okay.
and then you pull it, and it sort of self-tightens. So when I worked at Vetri too, this was like part of the thing, because we would have to butcher our ribeyes to order.
Oh, wow.
And I sucked at this, obviously, because I'm like a normal human, and so Mark would make me practice around a weight bench. I
Really?
would be like wrapping this thing around. All right, so we're going to wrap this guy up, and we're just going to throw it in the oven at 350 degrees for like 2 hours, and it's
So nice,
super
low and
simple.
slow.
Exactly.